Why your legs get weaker after 50. Do this before it's too late. Have you ever noticed that every time you get up from a chair, your legs tremble just a little? Or that after climbing just a few steps, your heart beats faster and your breathing feels heavier than before? Many people in their 50s or 60s tell me, "Doctor, it's probably just because I'm getting old. Feeling weak is normal." But what if I told you that age isn't the real reason your legs are getting weaker? Would you believe me? The truth is, there's a silent process happening inside your body called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass, strength, and flexibility. But here's the important part. This isn't a life sentence. It only speeds up when you stop challenging your body, when you no longer walk long distances, sit down and stand up often, or bend over to pick something up from the floor. Your body begins to shut down its maintenance mode, and your legs, the foundation of your independence, slowly weaken day by day without you even realizing it. Do you remember when you used to move quickly, but now you need to hold on to the table to stand up? Or maybe you hesitate before walking down the stairs, afraid you might slip. If that sounds familiar, it's not because you're old, it's because you've stopped treating your legs as the vital tools they truly are. The human body follows one simple rule: use it or lose it. The less you use your muscles, the more your body assumes you no longer need them. So the real question is, how can you get that strength back? How can your legs stay steady and strong even at 60, 70, or 80? Is there a way to stand up with ease, walk confidently, and stop worrying about losing your balance? The answer is yes. And believe me, it's not in a gym. It's hidden in the small ways you move every single day. Before we dive deeper into that, I want you to do one small thing. Hit the subscribe button right now, because in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you the 4 golden pillars that will help restore your leg strength. If you think this topic matters, type 1 in the comments. But if you still believe that feeling weak is just part of aging, type 0. I bet that by the end of this video, you won't want to type 0 ever again. Because up next, I'll show you how your legs can regain power and stability, all through a few simple movements you can do right at home. Are you ready? The 4 golden pillars to restore leg strength after 50. Pillar 1. Strength. When it comes to leg health, most people immediately think of squats. But in reality, for those over 50, the goal isn't to lift heavy, it's to reconnect with the basic movements that make us human. Your muscles don't need you to lift weights. They just need you to use them every day. I remember one of my patients, Mary, age 67, from Florida. She used to be an elementary school teacher and had been retired for 5 years. One day, she told me, "Doctor, I can't stand up from a chair without using my hands anymore." Something as simple as standing up. Yet for her, it had become a daily challenge. We started with a very basic exercise, chair squats, just sitting down slowly with control, then standing up using her legs. On the first day, Mary trembled and needed to push off with her hands. But by the 3rd week, she could stand up without any support. Can you imagine that feeling? That moment of realizing, I can still do this. It's more powerful than any medication. If you're watching this, try it right now. Find a sturdy chair, sit down, and stand up slowly. Don't rush. Feel the weight pressing into your feet. That's your body relearning how to trust itself again. And as you feel your legs growing stronger each day, you'll begin to wonder, if I can do this, what else am I capable of? Don't look away, because strength is just the beginning. There's another key factor that determines whether you fall or stay steady, and that is balance. Pillar 2. Balance. Many people fear falling even more than heart disease because one small fall can mean months confined to bed. But here's what most don't realize. Your sense of balance doesn't disappear. It simply falls asleep when you stop using it. Try standing on one leg. Do you feel yourself wobbling? Don't worry, that's your nervous system waking up. Each time you practice, your body learns how to adjust, sending signals to the tiny muscles in your ankles, knees, and hips to help you stand steadier than before. Mary once told me, "I'm terrified of falling. I never go out without someone beside me." But after just a few weeks of practicing one-legged balance, holding onto a wall at first, then gradually letting go, she said, "I feel like I've regained my youth." Would you like to feel that way again? Imagine being able to walk down the hallway, wash dishes, or step into a car without fear of losing your balance. That's what true freedom feels like. And when you're ready to take it further, try the heel-to-toe walk. With each step, let your heel touch the toes of your other foot. Move slowly, stay focused, breathe evenly. The more you practice, the steadier and more confident you'll become. But if you're thinking, "I'm not flexible enough to do that," don't worry, the next part holds the key to regaining the mobility you've lost.
Pillar 3. Mobility. Have you noticed that every time you try to sit on the floor or bend down to pick something up, your body feels stiff, almost locked? That's a clear sign your hip and ankle joints have lost their natural range of motion. The truth is, they haven't grown old, they've just been forgotten. Our bodies were designed to bend, twist, and squat. But because we spend too much time sitting in chairs and too little time moving, our bodies forget how to move. And every time you avoid bending or rotating your hips, you're sending your body a message, "I don't need to move anymore." We begin to restore mobility with a simple exercise, the deep squat hold. Slowly lower yourself down, holding onto a chair if needed, and stay in the lowest position you feel comfortable in. At first, it might only be a few seconds, but increase the time little by little. You'll start to feel your body open up. Your hips will loosen, your knees will move more freely. Next, try the hip flexor stretch. Remember to lightly engage your core, tuck your pelvis under, and feel the front of your hips stretch. This muscle group is crucial. If it becomes tight, it pulls your spine out of alignment, shortens your stride, slows your walking pace, and increases your risk of falling. Mary once told me, "I used to be unable to sit on the floor and play with my grandkids. Now I can squat down and stand back up without holding on to anything." What about you? Would you like to be able to bend, twist, and move freely again without pain or hesitation? If your answer is yes, then don't miss what comes next, the secret to primitive movement, the final key that helps your legs work as they did when you were 30. Pillar 4. Coordination. If strength is your foundation, balance your stability, and mobility your flexibility, then coordination is your body's ability to control the entire system intelligently. This is the most overlooked factor in older adults, yet it's exactly what allows you to get up from the floor, turn around smoothly, or catch yourself when you stumble. The first coordination exercise I taught Mary was the get-up, standing up from the floor. It sounds simple, but for someone who hasn't practiced in years, it's a major challenge. On the first day, she needed both hands to push herself up, but after just 2 weeks, she could stand with one hand. When she did it, she burst into tears, not from exhaustion, but from a deep sense of regaining control over her body. The next exercise, the bear crawl, might sound unusual, but it's actually one of the most powerful primitive movements that reconnects your entire body, your arms, legs, back, and hips, teaching them to move as one again. It helps your body remember how to coordinate naturally. And here's the amazing part. It also strengthens your heart and improves lung capacity, all without running or jumping.
Imagine being able to bend down, crawl, twist, and stand up effortlessly. That's not just exercise. That's freedom of movement, something age can never take away from you, unless you stop using it yourself. And do you know what's most incredible? When you train all 4 pillars, strength, balance, mobility, and coordination, you're not just rebuilding your legs, You're rejuvenating your entire body from the inside out. Now that you understand the 4 golden pillars for restoring leg strength, you might be wondering, where do I start? Is there a simple way to combine all of them into a daily routine without going to the gym? The answer is yes. And the best part is, you don't need long workouts. Your body doesn't need 2 hours at the gym. It only needs 15 minutes a day. Just a small window of time, done consistently, will reactivate your body's self-healing mechanism, the one that's been dormant for years. If you're listening to me right now, you don't need to start with an intense plan. Just pick 2 or 3 exercises you enjoy and practice for 15 minutes each morning, right at home. On the first day, focus on strength. Do gentle squats or step-ups. On the second, work on balance. Try standing on one leg. On the third, practice mobility, hip stretches and deep squats. And on the fourth day, try get-ups and bear crawls, those primal movements that reactivate your whole body. The most important thing is to go slow and feel every movement. Each time you practice, your body is relearning how to coordinate, how to balance, and how to move with control. And here's the most wonderful thing, your brain grows younger too. When you train your balance, your nervous system constantly sends and adjusts signals to keep your body steady. That's nature's own way of sharpening your memory, your reflexes, and your awareness. No pills required. And maybe right now you're asking yourself, can my body still recover? The answer is yes. Whether you're 55, 65, or even 80 years old, your body still has the incredible ability to rebuild strength, if you give it the chance. Every day you delay, your muscles grow a little weaker. But every day you stand up and move, even just a little, your body responds. There is no miracle pill stronger than consistency. You don't need intensity, you need rhythm. It's consistency, not effort, that keeps your legs strong and turns aging into the most fulfilling chapter of your life, not the most fearful one.
Remember this, age doesn't take away your strength, neglect does. Don't wait until you're in a wheelchair to wish you had started sooner. Start today, right now, with the body you already have. Even 10 minutes, even just a few simple movements. Every time you move, you're sending your body a message. I'm still here. I still want to be strong. And your body will hear you. If you found this video helpful, hit like to share it with others, because somewhere out there, someone your age might just need that little push to stand up again. Tap subscribe so you won't miss the next episodes in this series, Restoring Strength After 50, where I'll guide you through specific exercises to build strength, improve balance, and reduce your risk of falling. And I want you to do one small thing. Leave a comment with the number 1 if you're ready to take action today. Because aging isn't the end of your story. It's simply a new chapter, one where you can move slower, but live stronger, clearer, and more fully than ever. Don't let your body freeze in fear or inactivity. These legs have carried you through decades of life. Now it's time to give them the care they truly deserve. Stand up. Take a deep breath and feel every muscle come alive. That's the moment you're truly living. So don't wait until you can no longer walk to start moving. Begin today. Start with one small step, and one day you'll realize every step you take isn't just steadier. It's filled with life and strength you thought you had lost. And in the next video, I'll show you 5 simple exercises to relieve knee and hip pain, specially designed for those with weak legs or a history of falls. That will be your next step. Not just to walk more easily, but to truly feel younger from the inside out.